find a partner to play maths with me. This is not the time to be alone. This is the time to wine on a bumper. So let's be amazing, be amazing. When you carry me, when we get on bad in here, I want you to charm on somebody now, hold on somebody now, keep them company. I want you to charm on somebody now, hold on somebody now, make them your family. Together let me mash up the waist and down. Let me rock up the waist and down. Together let me mash up the waist and down. Let me rock up the waist and down. I want you to charm on somebody now, hold on somebody now, keep them company. I want you to charm on somebody now, hold on somebody now, make them your family. Together let me mash up the waist and down. Let me rock up the waist and down. Together let me mash up the waist and down. Let me rock up the waist and down. Burn your belly. Madness. Oh gosh. Yes, my brother. Burn your belly.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919fm.com.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, 16-year-old Kurap schoolboy stabbed in stomach during fight. Over 600 COVID cases in TNT schools for this term. Over 40 CPAP workers to lose their jobs in Tobago. And news outside of Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts Prime Minister announces salary increase for public servants. And now the news in detail. A fight among school children at a mall in Kurap on Tuesday afternoon ended with one boy being stabbed and another arrested. Police said a group of children were at the Priority Mall Kurap at around 3 p.m. when two boys got into a fight. During the scuffle, a 15-year-old Form 3 student pulled out a knife and stabbed a 16-year-old boy in his stomach before running away. Passers-by flagged down police who were on patrol to assist the wounded boy. He was taken to hospital for treatment, while the 15-year-old suspect was taken to the St. Joseph police station. In other news, 622 COVID-19 cases are reportedly in the nation's schools. On Wednesday, Health Minister Terence Dial Singh presented the figures for cases between May 2nd and 8th. It was noted that the cases are among staff and students. Meanwhile, Minister Dial Singh noted that they would begin administering booster doses to children between 12 and 18 years from Friday. He said this is in line with recent guidance from the World Health Organization. More than 40 CPAP workers in Tobago have been fired. This was confirmed on Tuesday by Secretary in the THA Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, Terence Baines. According to the Newsday, Baines said the information regarding what is happening in CPAP is going to be put in the public space for all to interact with very soon, and everybody will get the information at the same time. It was, however, reported that plans are in the making to restructure the program on the island. News outside of Trinidad and Tobago embattled the St. Kitts Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris on Monday announced a 10% salary increase for public sector workers, benefiting more than 9,000 workers in the Twin Island Federation. Harris said in a broadcast marking Labor Day on that island that his government has determined that civil servants, pensioners and staff workers will benefit from a significant increase in wages, salaries and pensions at the rate of 10%, and this shall be retroactive to January 2022. The Prime Minister said this is another clear unfair example of his government's investment in its people as they put more money in the pockets of a large number of citizens and residents. These resources will translate to increased purchasing power for approximately 4,000 salaried civil servants, 1,064 government employees, 1,365 pensioners, and 2,800 staff workers, the Prime Minister added. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online, Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: 16-year-old Kuap schoolboy stabbed in the stomach during a fight. Over 600 COVID cases in TNT schools for this term. Over 40 CPAP workers to lose their jobs in Tobago. And news outside of Trinidad and Tobago: St. Kitts Prime Minister announces salary increase for public servants. Do enjoy your afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas. Miss Aisha Wells, the Queen of Talk, she's up next.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
Takes us along so many roads. Some are planned, others can take unexpected turns that may cause us to worry. A home equity loan from TTMF can give you the means to navigate these turns that require major financing. With up to 30 years to repay, you can use the value in your home to consolidate debt, finance medical expenses, for tertiary education, home renovation, and other major expenses. Call or visit our website at ttmf-mortgages.com to find out more about our home equity loan. Let us help you steer those financially challenging journeys. TTMF, from here to home.
Unity Fest, the best music event in town. Jah Melody, Zebulon, Gongsman, Ricky Ramuta, Trinidad Killer, Cyprian Rhythm Section, DJ Awesome Production Song, Black Chariot, Selector Coach MC Duke from the Sheet 919 FM, hosted by yours truly MC Duke. This Saturday the 14th of May at Cyprian Deltone Spaniard. Make it a date and don't be late. Admission only $100. You pay more at the door. Unity Fest this Saturday, Cyprian Deltone Spaniard. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Drink and love my girl to some reggae.
Brown Eyes Promotion presents All White Affair Cooler Cruise on Sunday the 3rd of July 2022 on board the luxurious Embassy Yacht. Boarding at the Port of Spain waterfront, Ryston Road in Port of Spain at 2 p.m. Sailing 3 p.m. Music by Sensational Sammy, Dr. Ross, and the guest DJ Selector Mafia. Advance tickets are $200. Pay more at the door. For more information and for tickets, contact Romeo at 748-9335 or Sweet Vanilla at 793-7425. No oversized coolers or glass bottles allowed.
We out and body the people better we cause trouble.
Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvision959email.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places."
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Shop
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I shall hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
You're crying, Kadaya, Daya, Gadaya, because they're coming on the nation. Awo, 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 awo. Awo, 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 awo. Everybody frightened, they're running for cover. No respect of persons, them bandit, them killer. They're raping and looting, they're killing you dead, dead. Nobody escaping. Booyaka, bullet in your head. Oh my country, overnight, get so angry, on uptight. I search out the answer, and this is what I discover. Oh, you push the creator out, you did the one thing in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum, no knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. They might have nothing in it but oath and AIDS and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty. Just because you push the Creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum, you live in the fruits of your actions. So tell me where you're balling for, where are you crying for, where you're balling for, where are you crying for, is you who push the Creator out, yeah. Every generation that comes is nothing more than a reproduction of the one gone before. All your double standards and your false value, they come back and catch you off guard and confusing you. What you're seeing is yourself manifesting, nothing else. Check the children's performance and look deep in your conscience. You go see, all you push the Creator out, you didn't have the name in your mouth. So you're taking out of the school curriculum, no knowledge of God.
No knowledge of God for all your children. That is what you're suffering from.
Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. They might have nothing in it but oath and AIDS and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty.
Come much all you just kneel down and pray with all your children are coming brutal today, you know. So brace yourself.
Curriculum, you bring the fruits of your actions. So tell me where you're balling for, where are you crying for, where you're balling for, where are you crying for? Is you who pushed the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth. Don't condemn the children for their iniquity, because it's all you who made them and shaped their mentality. What you did in secret, you're doing openly. Don't run away from it, it's your own cruelty. A mango can't bear a fig, a donkey can't make a pig. You sow seeds of darkness, now you're reaping wickedness. Just because you push the creator up, you didn't want
The things I want to say today,
him out of the school curriculum.
God had to guide my tongue because I might be my last day on national radio.
All you have is teenage bandits.
Half of all your mind so dark and all your heart so dark
Punch with pornography.
that it's beyond human nature to comprehend.
In your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but demons in human form.
So tell me where you're balling for.
And that's the reality of the situation. They're laughing and they're talking with you, they're living among you, they're eating and they're drinking with you, and they're brutal.
You didn't want the name in your mouth.
Because God doesn't dwell in them.
Curriculum. You reaping the fruits of your
Half of them making children and not teaching the children the right thing. Not teaching the children about prayers and about God and about doing what is right and not doing what is wrong. But we don't want to have that conversation. Trinidad and Tobago is just a product of what you make it, you know. What we don't realize is we are reflectors of each other. What's going on in the society here is not happening to us by accident. You think it's aliens leaving Mars to come in Trinidad and cause all this havoc? Is all you and all your children. All you crying now? Where all you bawling for? Man, we have so much to cover today. Good afternoon to those of you locking us down on Facebook. Those of you locking us down on YouTube. Wherever you're listening to my voice, I say thank you so much for tuning in. Let's cover our ground one time.
Pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, that I shall hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Gadaya, you crying, Gadaya, Daya, Gadaya, because they're coming on the nation. Awo, 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 awo. Everybody frightened, they're running for cover. No respecter of persons, them bandit, them killer. They're raping and looting, they're killing you dead, dead. Nobody escaping. Bulaka, bullet in your head. Oh my country, overnight, get so angry, on uptight. I search out the answer, and this is what I discover. Oh, you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum. No knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. Their mind have nothing in it but old and AIDS and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum. You live in the fruits of your actions. So
So tell me where you're balling for, where are you crying for, where you're balling for, where are you crying for? Is you who push the creator out, yeah. Every generation that comes is nothing more than a reproduction of the one gone before. All your double standards and your false value, they come back and catch you off guard and confusing you. What you're seeing is yourself manifesting, nothing else. Check the children performance, then look deep in your conscience. You go see, all you push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. The knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. They might have nothing in it but O's and A's and CXC, but no knowledge of the Almighty. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. You bring the fruits of your actions. So tell me where you're balling for, where are you crying for, where you're balling for, where are you crying for? Is you who push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth. Don't condemn the children for their iniquity, because it's all you who made them and shaped their mentality. What you did in secret, you're doing openly. Don't run away from it, it's your own cruelty. A mango can't bear a fig, a donkey can't make a pig. You sow seeds of darkness, now you're reaping wickedness. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out of the school curriculum. No knowledge of God for your children. Look around you, all you have is teenage bandits. Little girls who are photogenic, prostituting their body on the heat, the bomb and punch with pornography. Just because you push the creator out, you didn't want the name in your mouth, so you take him out.
So right now, the autopsy for little Manny Francis is on the way.
So tell me where
at the Forensic Sciences Center in St. James. We are awaiting information from the relatives as to the cause of Kimani's death. Yesterday, for those of you who know, we made that journey down to Tishe Village in Point Fortin. I'm going to share with you the live video. I'm also going to share with you some key points that his aunt would have made on this situation, so you guys could have a clear idea as to the family side of the story. All of yesterday we heard the neighbor's side. Now we brought you the family side. You're going to hear it in a short while. And even as we're dealing with this situation involving Kimani, we cannot turn the blind eye to the fact that Levi is dead. He's a 12-year-old boy that was murdered by his stepfather yesterday. And then we have his mother who was murdered. And today we're hearing that we also have a mother of 3 that was murdered by a common law husband. And all you tell me something is wrong with Trinbagonians. We just only pretend, and I'll tell you all you, I intend to be real with all you today, because Trinbagonians like mama guy.
From their wicked,
all you like sweet talk.
Shall hear from
all you like imps talk. All you like ass talk.
Their land.
And I don't feel to play that game with all you today, so I'm just going to be real straight. We just only pretend to be nice and loving and a rainbow people, and every creed and race just find an equal place, and we love one another, and we jump up with one another for carnival, and we just eat roti for Diwali, and all of we just go by one another for Christmas, and we just parang, and we just have a good time here. Hogwash! All you don't like nobody. Let me just make that absolutely clear. And if you're listening to me for the first time and you are not a Trinbagonian, then listen to how we really is. Don't let them tricky daddians fool you. We's a bunch of sickening people that don't like one another.
Overnight, get so angry on uptight.
We don't look out for one another like we used to before. We don't really like our neighbors. We just jealous each other. We just bad talk each other. This is who we are. We are a vulgar society that love pornography, that has molested little children, mother and stepfather raping daughters. Yes, this is who we are. Little girls just go missing here, and when you're looking for them, they're in heights of a repo. I'm not going to cover all your faults today, no. I'm going to tell the truth.
Where are you crying for? Where you bawling for?
We are a hypocrite society
Is you who push the creator.
that like to play we holier than thou and we business stinker rude.
Generation that come is nothing more than a
We like to talk with no action.
gone before.
We know all the solutions and we have a million problems to back up the solutions that we have.
Oh God,
None of our systems in this country does work. Nobody wants to work for their living. Everybody wants to outsmart you. This is who we are. I am talking the truth.
see, all you push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth.
We just pretend we like one another. We just pretend we like God. But the reality of the situation is we don't like nobody. That is a Trinbagonian.
You have is teenage bandits. They might have
Deceitful sets of people will laugh in your face. Ha, ha, ha.
all my
And stab you behind your back.
because
Where you feel, I don't know who's a Trinbagonian. I is one.
so you take him out of the school curriculum. You've been the first of your
When you open the newspaper today, mother and stepfather in court
where you bawling
for soliciting sex from the 13-year-old daughter. This is who we are. Hey, you feel afraid to tell people? This is who we are.
You didn't want the name in your mouth.
We are a set of people that has watched 2-year-old children walking down the road and play we don't know who they belong to. This is who we are.
It's all you who made them and shaped their mentality. What you did in secret, you're doing openly.
And if you see we under an article, man, we have prayers like rain. God is a Trini. You see, God, everything is God, 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 and God. Meanwhile, they further from God. I don't know why this country so. This country curse. Lord put a hand. We had to pray for this place. Meanwhile, this dirty and this stink and all of them is part of the damn problem.
Just because
Where you feel the country gets so overnight is all you. Contribute to the state of the country. Let we talk the things today now. I come here to talk the truth. I don't care if they take me off the radio after today. Facts.
crying
Because I really don't want to talk to some of all you anyway, because all you had dark.
is you who push the creator out. You didn't want the name in your mouth. So you take him out of the school curriculum. You reaping the fruits of your actions.
What is Dr. Rowley doing? The crime situation is out of control. Oh God, put a hand. I can't take it no more. Me? If Jesus Christ come here, all you murder it, all you rape it, and all you dump him in a repo like where all you just do all these young girls we're missing. I am going to talk the truth. God is a Trini, all you done kill here already. In this godforsaken place where neighbor throwing thing over your fence to walk over on you. So I shouldn't come here and talk the truth. Man, this might be my last show. All you is part of the reason why Trinidad and Tobago is the way it is. And when I say all you, don't mean I'm talking about myself too, you know, because I is a Trini too.
And pray and seek my face.
I know how to be deceitful too, so don't play like I talking about everybody else and me talking about me.
Will forgive.
I talking about me.
Will heal their land.
A shame for we too, Sharika. A shame. Because we so pious when you see we. But we nasty deep down inside. We living among demons in human form. Do you think it's aliens leaving from Mars to come here and kill people in Trinidad? No, it's all you and all your children that killing people. Everybody calling and telling me, oh, Aisha, why we don't have a national day of prayer? We must pray and we must ask God to help Trinidad and Tobago. Who praying, all you? The wickedest set of people in this side of the world? All you really want to go to God's face and ask him to heal this land? All you? Look, all you leave me with this National Day of Prayer thing, eh? All you is a wine and jam lawless society that like porn and little girls and to rape little boys. Ease me up. I don't want to hear anything about a National Day of Prayer from all you. We quick to compare ourselves to everywhere in the world, but we don't like to acknowledge that we are the problem. Trinbagonians, check all yourself. If all you try to take the beam out of other people, I look in all your eye, clean all your place. All is not well. Every single day you open the papers is something else. Bunch of sickening people. However, I'm going to share with you guys what we uncovered when we went down to Tishe Village last night. While we went and visit with the family to get their side of the story. Last night when people was in their bed, I was down Tishe Village recreating Kimani steps. Hopefully by the end of this show, we're going to have some information for us as it relates to the autopsy surrounding Kimani's demise. Yeah, so we can all put our speculations to rest. Me and Trinbagonians, I wake up this morning all over TikTok. Somebody said, oh, Kimani this, and the neighbor husband that, and all it to movie lang. We's a movie lang society. No respect for the dead. The dead and all we bad talking. Who child he is and who is he father? All of a sudden, all you had DNA testing. Me and all you sick set of people taking the video.
Is you who pushed the creator out. You didn't want to know in your mouth. Don't condemn the children.
Live from Tishe Village in Point Fortin at Kimani's home. Kimani's home. So we are attempting to recreate Kimani's steps while we try to make sense of what has happened. So we are live from Tishe Village right now. Tishe Village Extension in Point Fortin where Kimani lives. This is Kimani's house you see in there. This is the road that Kimani would have run down according to eyewitness reports. And what we are approaching now is the home of the eyewitness. So Kimani would have run down this road that we're walking down here. Some villagers are with us. Kimani's aunt is with us. This is the house here. This is the neighbor's house. As you can see, it's in darkness. We're being told that she was unceremoniously removed from the home later this afternoon. So this is the road. It's pretty dark, so we're going to drive down the road to try to retrace Kimani's last steps so we can make sense of what has happened. So yeah, guys, we live from Tishe Village Extension. What can you tell us about Kimani? I'm not going to put you on camera. They go just hear your voice. What can you say about him?
I really don't know too much about him, but he's a very nice baby. He don't really be outside. Let must be inside.
So why would he choose to run out?
You know when the child inside, how did this be?
Probably saw the gates open and decided to run out. But what we realize, there is a heavily populated area that way. Why didn't he run in the direction of the heavily populated area? Why did he choose to go this way that has nothing?
We have children and all them things that way. We run this, we walk this way. So you can see that pumping jacks.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. So what, there's an oil well or something there? Or? All right. So guys, stay with us as we go on this journey here to bring you guys the information as we live from Tishe Village in Point 14. As I say, we're with the neighbors. We're with Kimani's aunt as well. And we're attempting to retrace his steps to make sense. So, should I come in the car with Auntie? Auntie, I should come with you? I don't know.
Yeah, next to sit
Anyone? Put on the back window, eh? I want to show the live outside so they'll have an idea. All right, yeah.
So we're going down.
So this is the road, guys. Where the eyewitness reported Kimani was last.
So this is the eyewitness home?
This is the home? Yeah. No, it's the home in the back. It's the one inside. Yeah. It's the one in the back. So this is the long road that was seen on the map earlier today. That they said that he would have run down. Auntie, is it normal for him to run out on the roadway? No. It's always closed.
So Kimani has never walked this way?
He doesn't know to walk this way. Okay.
Wow.
We realized when we were coming in, there's a heavily populated area back there. So is that the route that he would normally pass?
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
So when we go straight stuff? So Kimani doesn't take...
So where does this road lead to? There's
pumping
jack in the back there.
Right.
Okay. So from eyewitness reports, he went straight down this way. He continued going this way.
So come. No.
So which means the eyewitness would have still had him in sight.
I'm confused. Because she said that she would have... Anyway, let's go down.
We going, guys. We going. Stay with us.
Going down.
This is a very
interesting,
very lonely road. What is this road here? What is this there? Another pumping jack in the corner there. Okay. Right. We going again.
So Auntie, we're going straight down. And okay. This is where.
So this is the road they say he would have run down, this entire road?
Without slippers?
Yeah.
He had
the
an
alphabet chart in his hand.
Okay.
And he had no slippers on. And bareback, pampers. Whoa. Okay.
So guys, we're still on the road attempting to recreate Kimani's steps that he would have made yesterday morning, according to eyewitness reports.
So this is the T.
So we have now come to the T. So let me come out. Keep your lights on high beam, because in the back here black like night.
He took a
so
right.
This is the right she said he took.
Let me go the right. Let me take
Where
the
does
right.
this right lead to?
You could come straight out by the highway.
All right.
If you continue.
Mm-hmm.
I hear in water.
Yeah,
higher up as a river.
All right, let's go up to the river.
So I have another question, okay? They said that there was a yard with dogs. Did we pass that yard already? Okay.
This road here. Well, Auntie, I'm
so
confused.
he came all this way?
No, he went that way to the T. What? I lost.
Wait.
He went that way to the T. Where?
Well, according to where the body was found today,
Right.
this would have been his route.
Oh, this would have been his route.
Right.
Okay, so.
Well, that is what we are made to believe.
All right, but what the eyewitness was saying is
No, well, she said she lost him at the junction.
Which junction is that, Auntie?
The T, the one that we
okay,
came out in the road.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So is there a river around here, Auntie? Okay.
Going straight.
So that's a pumping station there, so which means he passed all this.
Yeah,
All
jump
right.
on it and try to ride it like a horse. Yeah?
So Kimani would have passed all of this, guys. Careful.
Continue? Yes.
So, which way we going? Straight. Okay, it's a road. So Kimani came up this road.
No. No, me to the back. I say,
Yeah, a 2-year-old walk this.
On this, I say,
Yeah.
No, me to the back and I say, this
is where the 2-year-old walk.
Some good poly.
So I guess this where the hunters and them were last night when we saw them.
Yeah, we were here calling out. Come on. We were
Right on the spot.
calling.
Is it true that they heard somebody answer back?
We heard something, but we wasn't sure. What we heard a drop there.
So it sounded like a child. It could have been anything.
It could have been.
Auntie, I have so much questions.
Wow.
More questions than answers. So Kimani came all here.
No.
That's all they want.
This is still a road.
See, you see?
Cars can still pass it.
They have hold there, so that's based on this. Up I still in it.
Barefooted. He came all here. Wow.
I was wanting to make this
So we kind of saved you from having to go through it alone. I don't know. How was it last night when the village was out here searching? What was the mood of the people?
Everybody was hoping.
People were still very hopeful. Was there any point that you guys felt you were getting closer to finding him?
No. when time started to pass, I knew that this was
You kind of figured.
because they didn't expect the search to go on that long.
Like it, yeah?
Right, so we could stop here and we could probably walk.
Yes.
So now we have more walking to go?
That would be the
You river?
I from town, yeah. Guys are just trying to lighten the moment. We in the bush, literally.
Alright, if you're on my live, good evening to all of you.
So this is what's going on here. He walked all this way. Auntie, there are rumors circulating that sniffer dogs would have picked up Kimani's scent. Is this true?
Well, they picked up something, but they went to the neighbor yard.
The dogs went to the direction of the neighbor's yard?
So the mom was probably saying, well, probably when she held Kimani, that's how
the dogs got her scent. Her scent got on him. So she actually held him?
She said that.
Okay. No, this is not. People in the live is asking if this is a place he normally walks daily with his family. No. He has never been here before.
Auntie, is this way here? Alright, so we are approaching the area
of where he was found.
Where they
I have on slippers. Is that fine?
If you're now joining on the live and you want to know where is Google, where is Susan, what's this madness is this?
So guys, we are in the area where they found his body. So it was found down here.
Right, this is the water course.
Anybody have a light?
Not bright enough.
This
Well,
is the
it's
water
not
course.
really bright enough to pick it up. But there's no flow of water here. It's sort of stagnant. Was it like this when they found them this morning?
Yes, but he was found
On that side?
Yes.
Wow.
But this is shallow. So no divers was needed to go here.
But they were all here last night.
So the divers were here last night?
And this morning.
And they didn't?
But he was found on that side of the road.
I see. I saw him. I'm sorry, him I saw him. I looking. Guys are a little nervous here. Yeah. What condition his body was found in?
It wasn't slimy or bloated or anything. So it wasn't that he had been in the water long.
So it didn't appear that he was in the water too long. Was his pampers soggy, soaking?
No. They said he had blood in his nose.
Blood in his nose?
Yes.
Did you see him when they brought him out?
No, I didn't see him.
Okay. What is the mood of the mother? How's she feeling?
She said she's feeling empty. Because anyway she turned is Kamani scratch up the wall in the room. You have Kamani stuff all over and she's still trying to process it.
Everybody's asking where she was for a whole hour that she didn't know he was missing.
Well, I don't believe it was for a whole hour, but she was at home at the time and she was updating her resume and her phone. Because she would have recently stopped work at the facade establishment.
I understand. It's a sad situation. I, like the rest of Trinidad and Tobago, waiting to hear what the autopsy has to say. We don't want to cast any aspersions. We don't want to judge anybody. I mean...
Up until this point, nobody knew what happened.
But we're all... Yeah, I didn't sleep last night because literally he was on my mind, You're updating your phone every 2 minutes, trying to find out what go on, or you hear anything. And to hear this outcome today is really, really sad. Has the police questioned the eyewitness? Is the eyewitness with the police? You did anything?
today they would have, the villagers would have been outraged, and they would have lashed out because everybody have mixed emotion about her being the last person to see Kamani, and her account of what took place in terms of she didn't alert anybody, and 1 minute she says she didn't catch up with the child, and then she says she caught up with him. So everybody kind of outraged as to you just watch the child walk away or whatever would have happened to the child at that point in time.
The information is that when the sniffer dogs got to their yard in a pursuit of the child,
she would have indicated that she don't want anybody in her yard and they need to get a warrant. Now, from my understanding, she is the daughter-in-law in that house.
Okay. So she doesn't really have any authority to stop people from coming.
But that was the person that was vocal saying that I don't want nobody in my yard, and I have to get warrant to come here, and I don't want no dog in my place. And the other occupants of the house wasn't that vocal. She was the one that really gave the standoff as the villagers and police being there, and they would have indicated, well, I sorry I called, but I didn't say nothing, and because now it's looking like if only trying to set me up, and I told her nobody is trying to set you up. Everybody is just concerned about the child.
Did you guys get to search the house eventually?
I would have asked permission as a civilian because I'm also a police officer, and I would have asked, based on him being my nephew, in order for me to get some sort of closure, if I could be allowed
to check the premises,
to check to make sure that my nephew is not there. The man of the house would have agreed, and one of the sons took me through the house and raised up, open and everything, and I was comfortable that my nephew was in
the house. Did you guys check the surroundings or just the house?
The outer premises don't have any lights, and at that point in time I didn't have any torchlight.
We could go back this way again, fight like hell in here.
It was just aisle. So I didn't
you didn't get to check
around.
So did the police check the premises at all? Anybody notify them?
I know they would have gone to the place and talked to her, but being the person that would have indicated that she saw the child, being the person that would have called, I think it would have been kind of unfair to her to really target her as a suspect in the situation.
I understand. So they didn't deal with her like a suspect. I understand. Where we going from here, basically? Just awaiting the autopsy?
Awaiting the results of the autopsy, and then to lay baby Kamani to rest.
So guys, we had to come here this evening to give you ball by ball report to retrace Kimani's steps. This is where he walked. This is where he died. You have heard the aunt give her version of the story. You heard the eyewitness give the version of the story. Draw your own conclusions and await the police results. We are out of here. Have a good night. So I'm going to play back to you some points to note. And I'm reading the comments on the live, and some of all it does make me wonder how all your past common entrance in school. No disrespect, but one of the texters on the live is asking how all you know Kimani walked that route. How do we know? Because his body was found along that route. It was only one way to get to where his body was found, and that is where he passed. And for those who asking, where is the shack? The shack is on the other side of the place. We took off the cameras to allow the aunt the freedom to talk, because we did not want her to feel she was obligated to talk to the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. So she was more comfortable talking to us once the cameras wasn't rolling. And she said to us, I am going to take you to where the eyewitness said she stopped by the iron bridge and the shack with the 2 dogs, and she turned back. So while we was driving out from where the body was found, the shack was on the other side of the road. So we got to the T-junction, and then instead of going straight where the eyewitness last saw him, his body was left. It wasn't right. So if the eyewitness saw him go right, then he make a U-turn and he went left, and she didn't notice because his body was not where she said she last saw him. So she took us there. We saw the shack. We saw the house with the 2 dogs. It's just bush, literally. Yeah? It's just bush. The whole area is bush and track and bush. Long and short of the story, points to note, I'm about to play some voice notes for you. The aunt had a conversation on Boom Champions last evening. We recorded some of it to play back for you guys who did not hear it, so you're going to hear that now. The aunt had some startling things to say, but I want you guys to know something. The eyewitness is not, I repeat, not a police suspect. The police is not at all treating the eyewitness as a suspect. She is not a person of interest. In fact, she has been cooperating with information to the police. So she is no longer in Tisha Village. They pelt stones at her house and chase her out the area. So she doesn't reside there anymore. However, she's not a person of interest. The police is not pursuing her at all. I just want to put that information out there.
The views expressed are not necessarily the man.
Put that information out there. So let me see this. I didn't even realize it's that time. We're going to go for a break. And when we come back, I'm going to play for you guys the voice notes. That's right. The voice notes of the aunt having a conversation on another frequency discussing the chain of events. Points to note. Listen to it when we return.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey.
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes, 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all these brains from?
Her mother, of course. TTMF, from here to home.
Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour all-night prayer. This and every Friday evening on the Street 919 FM from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, gogi, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com.
The deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinal Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. From the studio to the stage every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. right here on the Street 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars right here on the Street 919 FM.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
it's a girl.
To their very first bowl of cereal. Open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, The Health Store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
And pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, that I shall hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Thank you so much for staying with us. So we're waiting on information as to the autopsy results of Kimani Francis. Information reaching us is that the autopsy was postponed. We are trying to liaise with the family members to confirm. We will definitely give you some information before this show is ended. Today we're going until 7 o'clock, by the way, yeah? So as promised, I am going to share some voice notes for you, because I know some of you want to hear the family side of the story. So take it in, take it in, take it in. Let's go.
I think the neighbor that saw him would have thought it was a kite, but it was the alphabet chart, because the alphabet chart is no longer in the house. And up until his body was found, it is no longer there. Right? So the neighbor would have indicated that she saw the child walking down bare feet in a Pampers bareback, was sometime around after 10. When asked if she was for the police one time, she said no. She was cooking, she put out she stove. She apparently fed some dog. She wake up her husband, and then she proceeded out of the road, and he was at the gun in front of her while she trailing him. She said he reached to the end of the junction and he took a right, and that's where she lost him because she couldn't see him from which that she was. She reached to the junction, and when she watched up, she didn't see no sign of him. So she continued walking, and then she met a shack. Had two dogs. She wasn't sure if they were tied, and she turned back from there. Right? She said she was on the phone with the police, and then she went back home. Another piece of information, she was on a live saying that she held the child. So I am unsure which one of the story is true, but the first one where she told me that she lost him, she would have said that to me personally. So I this conversation because last night, or probably in the wee hours of this morning, before we left, the dog, somebody brought a dog that would have sniffed Kamani's shoes and clothes. The dog left the yard by my sister and ran straight down, head into the neighbor yard and up the steps. At this point in time, all the villagers were following the dog, and it had a bit of a kind of commotion because everybody was like, when the child there, because the dog is heading in that direction, had a bit of a standoff where they would have, where she would have indicated, and she's just a daughter-in-law to the household that she's living in, that she don't want anybody in her place and we need to get a woman to come there. So move from the driveway and go in the road, and then they would have came out by the road and, it had a little exchange of words. And I would have approached the man, which is probably one of the boy's father, and I spoke with him. I said, right, we hope I said, this is my name, I said, and he's probably home, right? I said, 12 hours and more has passed, and I just need some closure. Could you allow me to go into your house? I said, I'm not asking as a police officer. I'm asking as the aunt of the child. Could you allow me to go into the house to see that my nephew is not there? He said, no problem, and he would have taken me there. One of the sons would have walked through, lift up, open fridge, stove, washing machine, deep freeze, on the bed, you know, and I would have walked back out because this is. However, the yard itself was dark. I did not walk around the house. I just went into the house. You know, I told them that I was thankful and I left. No? That he went underwater and come up and he wasn't slippery, he wasn't cool.
But then if the Pampers kept him afloat, how come they didn't see him before?
Because after 7 they were in that same spot.
Because even self, when I Pampers, let's just say, you know, a child, you know, pee the Pampers, it gets very heavy.
Yeah.
And that water will soak, that Pampers will soak up water.
Yeah, and 24 hours had passed before they found them.
So what you listen to, people, is Kimani's aunt talking with Smooth on Boom Champions last evening, and those were some of the points she highlighted. Pretty much, we're still in the same position we were in the day Kimani went missing, the day the body was found, and yet another day, we are trying to piece the story together. We await the autopsy. I want to re-emphasize the fact that the neighbor who spotted Kimani is not a suspect. She is not being sought by the police. The mother of the child, we saw her when we was there. She was not in a speaking mood, which one can understand. So we did not talk to her much other than introducing ourselves to her, letting her know who we were. She asked if we could return tonight. Who knows? When we got there, we saw a church group there. And the church group had a little prayer session going on in the yard, and they were lighting candles, and the villagers were walking along the path that Kimani walked, and they lit candles there as well. In the bush, we saw a couple of villagers lighting candles there as well. The entire situation is sad. We're left with more questions than answers. When I spoke to the aunt, I was more confused than having spoken to the neighbor. So, you know, there's a saying, there's your side, my side, and the truth. Well, we're still searching for the truth, and I guess the truth will be revealed when they do the autopsy on his body. I'm going to open the phone lines, allow you guys to get in. Feel free to call me on 342-0081. That's 342-0081. WhatsApp me or voice note me on 771-1791. Or call me on 4665391. One thing is for sure is that we all demand justice for Kimani. That is for sure. We all want justice for this child. Let's go. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha. How are you?
I'm good. Good afternoon.
I get Mr. Burris with this topic. One thing I want to find out, did anybody check because of the site where the child was found? Anybody check for footprints to see if that child footprints were there? From the time we checked to see if there were any footprints of the child, we will know whether the child was placed there or if they reached there. Did we check for footprints in that muddy environment? You know?
I don't know.
Because I find that is a little lax on the police when they were searching, because if you find a body, you should be able to trace the tracks where the person would have walked to arrive there, as well as looking for big people footprints. And if there are no children footprints, but only big people footprints, as I understand, that is a site where people sometimes dump rubbish. Sad to say. You would have only found big people footprints. And if there is no children footprints, well, then we realize there is a big problem here where somebody would have placed the child there definitely. And I think the police missed out on that one, checking for footprints. And that area should have been called off as a serious area not to be contaminated. So there's a whole lot of missteps being done with this investigation. And I pray that somehow between all of this, we actually arrive at the truth to know what took place and who is responsible for this child death, because the things that we are sure of is the child went missing and the child was found dead. Right now, that's all we know for sure. Have a nice day.
All you have is teenage bandits, little girls who are photogenic, prostituting.
Numbers to call me. If you have a Digicel phone, then it's 342-0081. If you have a B mobile phone, it's 466-5391. And if you're on WhatsApp, then it's 771-1791. Caller, you live.
Aisha, good afternoon, my darling.
How you doing, mommy?
Good. So you find yourself down in Point yesterday?
Mommy, I had to go.
You see how down your makeup, right?
Yeah, boy.
Aisha, as we say, we have to wait on the autopsy to hear what took place. Because to me, that have a lot of story behind it. You know what I'm telling you about? You know, honestly, and Aisha, a 2-year-old child is a baby. You hear what I'm telling you, Aisha?
That's right.
I don't know. I'm telling you. All I keep saying that if nobody will not have seen the child wandering, even say walking, going, Aisha, it hurt a lot. Honestly, it hurt a lot. What I can say. Aisha, did you see you got to speak with the mama at all, or you did not?
We talked with her briefly, but she really wasn't in a talking mood, to be honest with you. She told us she was tired. She only got a few hours sleeping. She asked us if we could come back today. So.
Yes. I understand she's a very young mother also. Am I right?
Yes, I heard she's about 22 or 23. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because that is what my sister was telling me. You know, as I told you, it's a guy from and have sisters and what a donkey, you know, that she is a very young girl. But Aisha, it's too much. It's too much, honestly, to go there, you know, Sammy. And, you know, like I keep saying again, it hurts a lot. Honestly, it hurts a lot. This place needs prayers, Aisha. It needs prayers because there's a room in this country. And you remember this thing, if we fail, there will be blood. You remember that word? Those words?
I remember.
Right. Aisha, have a good one, my darling.
Let me just let you guys know the rumor about Wakamen and CPEP workers seeing the child walking was just a rumor. Eh? Nobody in the community have confirmed it. There's a lot of rumors coming out of this thing that is not facts. Nobody has confirmed that there is a heritage workers, because along that road that we passed, there is nothing but bush and track. Nobody in the village confirmed anything about Wakamen or CPEP workers seeing him. That is a fact. It's not a fact. We cannot confirm that. We can't run with everything we hear on social media. That's the reason why we wanted to get the family's side of the story. Let's go. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
How you doing, PNM Jama?
Hi there, girl. Well, I still think let us wait and hear what the autopsy says, and then we'll judge from there. But from what I see, that distance, that is say that infant walk, it is impossible. But God, He sits high and He watches low, and know everything what went on. When man fails, God will prevail. And I shall forget today, my good day. Okay.
Gemma, I did. My God, happy birthday, lover. Hope you live to see many, 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 many more. Happy birthday, Gemma. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon.
Tanti.
How are you doing, girl?
I good, love.
Yeah, I was one long time. I know all 10 o'clock and thing when you have a young baby. Well, he's young. You bathe him and you put him into sleep. I don't know, and you say the mother is young. Young people like children, young children. So that time, 10 o'clock, they don't bathe and thing and like feed them or whatever and put them to sleep. But I don't know how this thing happen. Have a blessed day, Aisha. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. All right, so people on Facebook are saying that they're hearing rumor that the neighbor is the child father. And that's what I was cussing about in the first hour. We are a rumor mongering, bacchanal rearing, confusionist sort of society that likes the drama. Even the dead baby's paternity, we Trinis will question because we have nothing better to do with our time. Half of we don't know who is we own child father, you know. But we ain't what talk that. Half of we don't even know who we father is. We ain't what talk that. But today, we want to question Kimani Francis' paternity. Because Trini is just like movie lang talk. And that's what I was talking about in the first hour. Why I said Trinbagonians is nasty, dirty, bacchanalish people that should stay away from. They're good to leave alone. With all that going on, we're trying to find out what happened with this child. And we had to wake up on TikTok today to see somebody post about who is his father and where his real father. His real father is distraught. Emmanuel Francis is his name, and the man can't catch his damn self. Was all up in the river 3 o'clock in the morning looking for his baby. The man was distraught. Up to now, the man can't catch himself because he's not all up in the media. That doesn't mean he isn't grieving. And imagine he had to wake up today to the whole country questioning his child paternity. If he ain't done pissed with the mother for not watching Kimani, if he wasn't good for himself, it would have had 2 women with their head lick off today. Because remember, they lick off her head in Guayari. She might have been the second one. Because Movilang Trinbagonians who like bacchanal and people business on TikTok talking about Kimani is the neighbor own. You see how all you're sick in all your head? You see? When I tell all this, some all it does make me feel to say things not radio friendly. I mean it. Caller, you live?
Yes. Shalom, I'm Mr. Galwan from the ISCPK.
How you doing?
I sure there's a sad situation here. Right? The whole country of Trinidad and Tobago is in mourning. And honestly, I think the neighbor should have just done more. That is all. She should have done more. You understand that she's saying her foot was given problem and she may be overweight, but she should have done more. She should have told her husband, run outside, hold the child, do something. Right? And then it's just all these rumors. And the mother, not to blame the mother or anything, but you know, she should have just been more alert that her child is missing, and it took so long for her to realize that her child is missing. It's just a sad situation all over. But after this autopsy report, everything will be revealed. That is all I have to say. Alright, so yeah, shalom.
Thank you so much. Pause the phone calls. Let me pick some voice notes. Let me get the voice noters on the program right now. Send me a voice note to 771-1791. And some all you keep all your voice notes short, eh? All it is overdo it. All it is have voice notes for all 3, 4, 5 minutes. I don't have time to listen to all of that. Okay? So hold up on the phone calls now. If all you could, let me get some voice notes on the inside. Bunch of sickos. Sickos, you know. Sickos living here. Caller, you live?
Aisha Wells, good afternoon.
Hi, Brooklyn.
Aisha Wells, I will tell you this, right? You see, when somebody start a story and they start the story with lies, nothing else to say in the story, you could believe it. And Aisha was that girl say she don't know. She said 2 years ago, she had an altercation with the neighbor. And from since that 2 years, she never ever had nothing to do with the neighbor again. But we know today that Sunday, Mother's Day, they had an argument. So Aisha was every story, the whole video that Delilah did, that woman started off that whole story lying. Nothing else she said. And as I told you yesterday, that child never walked that distance. That child never passed no CPAP worker, no worker, cotton bush. I say all of that yesterday, Aisha. Aisha, that story, like, we had to just know that is not to believe that story. And after the autopsy, remember I tell you this, the police go in and pick up that person who come out to try to clear she name. She figure if she come out with the video, she go throw the attention away from her. That's what she plan was, to throw attention away from her. But it bounced back because nothing she said, because she started with a lie. Nothing she said now that we could believe in the public. And I will say this, when the hunters and the police and everybody was looking for that child was nowhere by the river. That child was put there when they realized there's so much attention that whole incident bring with all these people. They get scared. Whoever was involved get scared, kill the child and throw the child in the river. I shall have a good evening, and remember I tell you that.
Thank you so much. First, Trini's sick in the brain. They went and dig up some old porn video that wasn't even filmed in Trinidad, with a baby on a bed and some young boy and a fat girl, and circulating it. Voice it over. Have a Trini voice in the background. Talking about, look, is the child mother and the child, and look, the woman doing a porn. Trini's, you know. While we trying to get to the truth of what happened with this child, and we can't sleep, and them posting and uploading porn, child pornography that you could be locked the hell up for. Them circulating that normal on social media. Look the child there, look him on the bed, look him on the bed, and that he mother. Me and all you. Oh God, something wrong with Trin Begonians. All your mind dark. Caller, you live.
Hi, good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon.
What I was wondering, if the child was not close enough to her, right? And how could she determine that the child was 2 years old? And she didn't know who the child was. She didn't know who the child belonged to. So how could she have known the child was 2 years and not 3 years old, looking like a different age? That's all my contribution.
Thank you so much for
Thanks,
sharing.
Aisha.
You're welcome, love. All the best to you and yours. Hold up on the calls, Olia. Let me clear up the voice notes. There is a lot. I will come back to the phone calls. Let me please and thanks clear up the voice notes. Voice note 771-1791. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha. This is very sad. I am not living in Trinidad, but if I come to Trinidad and anything like that ever happen, I will keep my mouth shut. Because people take everything you say and question it and do it with a grain of thread. They're not giving the autopsy time to release. Everybody just making their own judgment. People are very, very sick until they're being put into the same situation. People have to leave this woman and let the police and the autopsy and everything do their job. Whether she turn out innocent, whether she turn out guilty, they have to stop pressuring that woman. Look at the woman today. The woman can't even live in her own house, and they're not looking at the mother where the mother was away for a whole hour. Regardless of whatever happened, the mother's supposed to be paying attention to her child. Nobody's supposed to leave their child and not 5 minutes. Where is Johnny? He's not in the house. It's a whole hour. Went by and the mother in missing this child. Nobody's saying these things. They're saying the woman that see the child on the streets. People have to stop and think. You could lose a whole license, as I said yesterday, because you're not paying attention to one child in your house. They have to pay attention from where it started. It started with the child escaping the house. Things like that happen. But come on, 5-10 minutes. Where is little Johnny? Give the woman a break who said that she see the child. Wait, even though she may be wrong, she might be the person who knows. I'm not saying. But wait until the autopsy come out. It have other things that happen all around. Leave the woman alone. Stop putting that kind of pressure on the woman. Wait until the autopsy come out and then everybody talk. People being real unfair.
Thank you so much for sharing. And that is a position a lot of people taking, I just want to say. Man, when I went down there last night, the house in darkness, they run the whole family, you know. Boys talk about burning down the house and they pelt stone and they hit you with bottle and there's bacchanal for the neighbor. And some people are saying this is going to stop people from coming forward with information. If people see something now, they would drink water and mind their business, or they would be afraid to say, because of how this young lady is being treated and demonized nationally. Imagine she's originally from Mayaro, and here's how we know she's from Mayaro. Facebook find she family in Mayaro, and Facebook screenshot she family in Mayaro and put up she mother and she sister and she brother, and Trini's gain she family hell all in Mayaro. Kimani died in Point 14 and she family feeling it in Mayaro. So people saying if this woman is innocent, it is going to stop people from coming forward who may have seen something because of what she would have gone through. Her life may never be the same, you never know. She'll always be remembered as the woman who didn't help Kimani. Her face is all over the internet. Her name is all over the internet. Now we even know who her family is. We now know where she's from, where she used to work. Trini's did that. They found her. Everything about her. What if she's innocent? Like I said, she's not a suspect. The police not looking for her. The police said she's cooperating with them. The police said she stayed on the phone with them for about 45 minutes. From the time the child went missing to the time that they went back home. She stayed on the phone with them. They saying she innocent. Remember, I here to get all your two sides of the story, yeah? The side of the family, the side of the witness until the autopsy comes. So I really not holding any position. What I can tell you is there are more questions than answers in what happened. And from both sides of the story, I am left confused until there is an autopsy. But yeah, that woman have it hard. Right now, everybody looking for she. Except the police. Let's take a call. I'm only doing this because I really want to clear up my voice notes. So please make it quick. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon to you, dear journalist.
How you doing there?
Happy to be alive, Tabakit. And as you say, to make it quickly, I will do that. After the autopsy, Mr. Tabakit perhaps will dive more into it. And there will be a post-mortem where we can talk. But I want to say this, Aisha and journalists, before I leave. If we spend time in really looking after the nation business, like how we own that family business and up left, right, and center with false information. I have been monitoring it too, sister. I've been monitoring you from last night, come right up with that heartbreaking story and what you is doing there. Leave your home and your family to go down there to bring the truth. And what you are doing here this evening is trying to tell Trinidadians, look, put your house in order before you clean somebody else's house. And as I take my leave, Trinidad, We have several murders. We have several children indisciplined in school. Our own economy is not doing well. Can we not find time to solve some of these problems? But you know what? Everybody become an investigator. Everybody is a TikTok star and a Facebook star. Meanwhile, the autopsy is not concluded as yet, and the police and the pathologists did not give everything. And everybody, left, right, and center, yes, I know this. My sister, Janice, and friend, continue to sift it out and bring the truth to us. Tabakit will come back after the autopsy, and then I will give my post-mortem. I thank you.
Thank you. I'm going back to my voice notes. I'm going to clear them up. I'm not taking calls for the next few minutes. I want to get your voice notes.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Tobago in the house. I'm so sad. So sad. I had sleepless night and just studying this child. Right now, me and my grandson here in my bedroom, relaxing. They watching the thing on the phone come from school. But Aisha, I saw that video with where Pastor Google show where you, Eric and thing went up, and then he showed the one in the daylight. Aisha, I am very worried. I am very worried. Well, you know they're doing the autopsy come Friday, so I am waiting patiently to hear that outcome of what take place, because we as citizens, mothers, we are worried now. Okay, the child was on the pitch. We want to know what taking place with the foot. The pampers was wet. The child was placed there. With all these things we want to know. And Aisha, I am not taking my eye off of that neighbor. I don't.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Send the Prime Minister to the David dance and somebody touch his soul. You ain't feel more wickedness thing going on. Baby.
Aisha, I just saying, take somebody with a car pass and bounce this child. Somebody must pass and bounce this child and then put that child in, I just saying,
Aisha, I see the situation what people talking about here. It happened to me a time. I home. My neighbor 4 children, eh? The youngest one is about in 3 years yet. But usually on an evening, his fathers be out the road with them, just riding bike and with them and walking them and thing. So this evening I sit down in front of my yard. Right? Right? And see the little boy running down the road with a jersey in his hand, he bare feet, and a jockey shorts. So I stop him. I want to call nobody name. I stop him. I say, where you going? Hey, mom, daddy, I go with my daddy. I say, where daddy? He say, daddy out there. I say, okay. I say, before you go by daddy, put on your jersey. You must put on your jersey, or else I'll send you back home. So I put on the jersey on him, and he gone out the road. But you know, as I sit down and observe, I say, about 5 minutes pass, I ain't hear no churn. I ain't hear no churn or anything. Right? You know, when I go on now, the boy is nowhere to be found. When I call him mother, I say, where husband? She husband home. I say, well, I see a son come out here, the baby. Where the baby? He come out here and he tell me the little boy out the road, the father out the road. So she saw the ball and carry on. By the time we run out the road, the boy reach up quite up the road, like going back, want to go on the main road.
Aisha Wells, good afternoon. When people talking about blood had to flow in the street and dragging and pulling black coffin all over the place, and people bad talking their country, they don't understand how powerful the tongue is.
I will say this, last and not least, and I will comment no more about this situation. It has been my experience, my over 40-something years of experience, that people who lack morality, have little to no integrity, and have no idea what responsibility means, always find a way to make an excuse for people that do wrong or to excuse wrongdoing. Always, in my experience. And you could go to the court and you go see that for yourself. That's why as a society, we lack morality and integrity, why things are going the way they're going. And furthermore, this unfortunate death of this child is now in the hands of the police. And the constant social media pander, propaganda, and you see all the social media, CSI, and lawyers, and investigators, who have never done an investigation in their entire life, who have no idea what it takes to gather information. They need to shut up and let the police do the work. And all they can make all the innuendos and claims afterwards, do it all yourself privately in the privacy of all your homes. Because if something does come out of this and the police has to take this to court, the entire investigation going to be tainted by public media perception and innuendos and rumors and suppositions by a lot of inexperienced, illiterate people. All the lady police let her do the work now. This is no longer a child missing. So all the talk need to stop and let the police do the work. And let me hope they do a good job in gathering the information. And all who feel they know something, please go and provide the information to the police so that the matter could be dealt with in a legal responsible matter. If not, shut up. Simple as that.
All right, so someone on the live is asking, what about the Baptist woman? Good question. Is a question I asked the aunt last night. Nobody seems to know who is the Baptist woman or where she came from. So I don't know who she is or where she came from.
Yeah, good. Why people don't wait until you have toxic come out? Most of the people on your program here is CID, FBI agents. Half of them is people who accuse the man for shooting the police, you know. Half of them here was saying he shoot the police until the evidence come out, you know. Let me tell you something, right? Autopsy alone can say if that woman killed the child or not. Autopsy can say the cause of death. Or the lady woman, that woman shall be my sister, boy. The lady woman, let the police do the investigation. We took all of the blaming, she leave that. It's a scientific evidence that prove she do that. And then it's her fault. The stuff who said the man kill the police and the outcome is the police kill the police. And people like all this so. And then the woman, that shall be my sister by telling all you. And who paid it, I see who get her back now, who killed the woman. And there's the police.
People are upset. They're saying the witness is getting a raw deal. What is your opinion?
It's not that people taking front. Aisha Wells, the lady lied from the beginning. She said she don't know who the mother is, she don't know who the child is. If Mother's Day Sunday, she and the mother was arguing, it's obvious the child would have come outside. That girl know the mother, she know everybody who living in that house. That girl know everybody who was living in that house. That child walked away from at home and went over to the neighbor home because who knows if the child accustomed making that walk. And because of the argument Sunday for Mother's Day, she tried to spite the mother by taking the child so the mother could have problems now. And I go tell you something, Aisha Wells, the only reason why people say now our the child missing is because they hear it from the girl lying story. So all who saying that the child was missing for hour, or they forget that, because at the end of the day, the girl with the lying story claim it's about an hour they was gone. And that whole story was a lie. Again, to put the attention away from she, so she could have get away scot-free. Taking the girl child.
All right, Brooklyn. Apparently, you work in CSI or CI or some big thing out there in Brooklyn. You seem to be guarding the information. The talk about the hour came from the fact that the neighbor said, according to her phone records, she called the police at 10:11 a.m. She saw the child around 10:09. She called the police at 10:11. She said she pursued the child and the police called her back at 10:25. She remained on the phone between 10:25 to 10:45 when the police met her back at her home. And then the police went to the child's house. So that is how we came to the conclusion that it was an hour. According to the neighbor, the time that she called the police and the time the police called her back and the time she spoke to them till she got home is how we knew it was an hour. It wasn't just her words. The lady had her proof. I'm just saying. I am not taking calls at this time. I am playing voice notes. I'll go back to the phone lines in a short while.
Aisha, good afternoon. There are 3 people in that whole play that have questions to answer for me. The first person to answer question is the neighbor and her husband. The second person have question to answer is the mother, and one more, the person who was there and leave all the doors, gate and everything open. So those are the people I think will have questions to answer when the autopsy results come out. Have a good day.
Prostituting the body on the heat, the bomb and punch with pornography. Just because.
Aisha, good afternoon. I find it was very strange in the start. The woman's story wasn't sung, and it was a very poor story to me. So that's why I was really looking at what she was saying and what she wasn't saying. So that child would not be able to walk all that distance, and she herself wouldn't be able to walk all that distance. When I saw her go down there last night and whatever, that child didn't walk that distance, and the autopsy will reveal that because under his foot would be in a condition. So, yeah, that didn't sound good to me at all.
Trinidadians are just sickening, very sickening and disgusting.
Pleasant evening, Miss Aisha. Miss Aisha, I'm a parent, and I'm of the opinion that little child, the distance I saw you driving, they did not walk that distance. As a matter of fact, a little child will walk half that distance, Miss Aisha. And when that child gets tired, that little child with my experience going to sit down somewhere there and cry, if possible, putting finger in his mouth until he fall asleep. He walked that distance, Miss Aisha. Trust me, I believe in that.
And seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I shall hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Aisha, I don't care what nobody say. Right now, it's sacrifice going on in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if you really check when they say coming up to elections are set and there's more children. People like the afraid to say what I want to say. Come on, Baptists, come on. All come out the road. Come out and preach. Land one cleaning. Come on. It's hurting. It's really hurting. Little children they taking. Come on. Come on. They say Kali like children. Who know when they play, people gonna know who they know very well what's going on. Set a sacrifice going on. Tell me this thing. That's not real. That's why when you see the rain rush, flood out everything, that's why God knows He's washing away everything. I'm hurting. I'm very hurting. I'm in Boston here, and I'm hurting to see my country going down in this line. They're overbearing it, overdoing it. And we all get real. Who have eyes to see and who have ears to hear. Sacrifice going on. Don't fret to play it. Let them hear what I say. Come on. It's hurting. It's really hurting. Little children boy. Come on. Come on. Come on, parents. So they pray for the children. Cover them. Before you go to work, cover your children. Touch on their head and anoint them. Okay, sure. You have a blessed day. I'm hurting. Honest to God, I'm hurting.
Yeah, good evening. In all honesty, I think the woman who saw the child could have did something way much more than what she's telling us. My own opinion is because of bad mind, she called the police instead of calling out to somebody in the yard or calling out to the mother. She could have called out to the mother, she could have made an alarm. Nothing at all. But you choose to call the police. It's pure bad mind. Nobody didn't expect this outcome. Sure, she didn't expect this outcome, but this is the outcome everybody facing now. And now she's feeling bad, but she wants to feel innocent. Now, I don't like to point fingers, but let me say something. Let me just say something. As a parent, I'm not a parent, but in my days I had to babysit and stuff. And trust me, you know, children real slick. Children real slick. Sometimes you fall asleep. Sometimes you turn your back to do something. So, you know, and when the onus is on you to always, you know, pay attention to them and always keep track of their movements and stuff like that, there are always these unguarded moments. There's always times they would slip away, and because you're caught up doing something, you know. So where everybody could blame the mother, where the responsibility is, yes, we understand that. But you see, that person who saw that little child and couldn't raise an alarm to anybody around, they say, hey, look, a little child went on the road and she just choose to call the police. Nah, I can't accept that. I can't accept that. That had to be on your conscience till the day she leave here. And that goes to everybody. Bad mind, trust me, it gets in nowhere.
Views of the callers.
Aisha, it's me again, sweetheart. It's the same thing that wanted to scandalize Kid Christopher Rowley name and Bolia twins. You understand me? Scandalizing the man name all about Dr. Annie Robertson or call. Or if he come into parliament and telling me are twins.
Hi, yes, good day, Aisha. This is Shireen speaking here. So, what I'm trying to understand, okay? So first she was saying that she overweight, she obese, she can't walk properly or whatever the case is. Now she's saying she held him because the dogs picked up the scent. So you held him and the child somehow still end up dead in a river. I looking at it, that distance, that 2-year-old walk. So you held him, and then what happened after that? This story going in so much different ways and so much different angles. It's like you can't. The truth. This is a whodunit. This is a whodunit because I am not understanding this. Not taking nothing away from the mother, because how you could not notice your 2-year-old son missing for a whole hour, children so miserable. 2-year-olds is be doing the most, toddlers is be doing the most. How you not noticing that he is not there?
Good afternoon, Miss Aisha Wells. This situation here with the young lady is yet another classic reason why people doesn't like to come forward and witness, right? Whether she do the dastardly act or whatever it is, the forensic and the police will find out that situation. But just imagine that woman take time to call the police for this child. You understand? And the parents yet to know which part this child was until the police come and ask them about this child. Them didn't know this child missing.
But yet now, the woman is a target. You understand? Wow, boy. Wow.
I'm going to take calls when we come back from the next break. So this is my very last set of voice notes playing here. Calls when we return.
Aisha, this is my view. I could be wrong because I'm not God. But I feel that child was walking. Somebody called the child and the child maybe started to cry because when a child know the parents that is using the parent, they will start to cry and get on. I don't feel that whole story is no story. I don't feel the child reached no way. That child stopped short. But it's where the child went from there. You understand? That is my point of view. I'm not going to blame nobody, but something is adding up. Something is adding up at all. I play in the CSI today. The person who find the child this morning, I want to know a little more about that. Because how you up and find the child, so that is a question to be asked too.
Well, one of the daily newspapers highlighted who the person was that found the child, and according to the newspaper, his mother is still distraught. Meaning the boy who find the child, the boy mother say the boy still is very distraught about finding him. So one of the papers had him today.
Aisha, good afternoon. Is it true that the child had on a different Pampers from the one that he left home in?
No, my love. I have not heard that from either the neighbor or the aunt. Yeah? So we don't know that to be fact. I tell all, it's a sort of mad talk all over the place. Nobody wants to get to the bottom of this than I do. And we're giving you from all different angles. When we come back in the last and final hour, we are going to open up the phone lines and allow you guys to have your say. Remember, we go until 7. So stay with us. We will be right back.
Production of the one gone before. All your double standards and your false value, they come back and catch you off guard and confusing you. What you're seeing is yourself manifesting, nothing else. Check the children performance, them look deep in your conscience.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Listen to me. Oh, you claim that you know me, but you don't really know me. The kind of things I show me, you have no clue what I've been through. Try everything that you may wrong, but only God really grew me to be the way that I am today. I on the road, I on the road, yeah. I in a different place, I'm in a different space. I on the road, I come up, oh yeah. I don't care what they say, 'cause today is a new day. Yeah. Find somebody and love up, find somebody to jump up, celebrate a new way. Yeah. Find somebody and love up, find somebody to jump up, happy sing, happy sing.
Yeah. I make the whole place smash up. When we sipping on Caria's pink Moscato, turn it up. I make the whole place slash up. Yeah. Bottle after bottle, like me win the lotto. Bad and bougie, I'm humble when my hustle. Shape like a model, sexy and subtle. Caria's can make me turn it up a next level. Right now I feeling a kind of vibe. Aye. It's a Caria's pink Moscato vibe. Aye. Caria's pink Moscato. Drink responsibly.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Shit 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. With yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kochi. So make it a date and don't be late. Rock and come in, so line up, link up, creep up. You don't know reggae rock each and every Sunday. Salute, God am away, King Selassie.
Well.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The sea champion and the
Embassy. Say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Brown Eyes Promotion presents All White Affair Cooler Cruise on Sunday the 3rd of July 2022 on board the luxurious Embassy yacht. Boarding at the Port of Spain waterfront, Ryston Road in Port of Spain at 2 p.m. Sailing 3 p.m. Music by Sensational Sammy, Dr. Ross, and the guest DJ Selector Mafia. Advance tickets are $200, pay more at the door. For more information and for tickets, contact Romeo at 748-9335 or Sweet Vanilla at 793-7425. No oversized coolers or glass bottles allowed.
We out and body the people better we cause trouble.
Unity Fest, the best music event in town. Jah Melody, Zebulon, Gongsman, Ricky Ramuta, Trinidad Killer, Cyprian Rhythm Section, DJ Awesome Production Song, Black Chariot, Selector Coach MC Duke from the Sheet 919 FM, hosted by yours truly MC Duke. This Saturday the 14th of May at Cyprian Deltown Spaniard. Make it a date and don't be late. Admission only $100. You pay more at the door. Unity Fest this Saturday, Cyprian Deltown Spaniard. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Smoke, drink, I love my girl to some reggae.
Life takes us along so many roads. Some are planned, others can take unexpected turns that may cause us to worry. A home equity loan from TTMF can give you the means to navigate these turns that require major financing. With up to 30 years to repay, you can use the value in your home to consolidate debt, finance medical expenses, for tertiary education, home renovation, and other major expenses. Call or visit our website at ttmf-mortgages.com to find out more about our home equity loan. Let us help you steer those financially challenging journeys. TTMF, from here to home.
Hi, what's up TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845-349-5178 or 342-7303.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, Shoes, dressy and fashionable. Dresses, formal and casual. Skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out, as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Are you experiencing terror, experiencing pain? Poor mood stress driving you insane. Free yourself from all this hell. Something in life yet to make you well. Dispel all the ills that your body stores and prevent yourself from resisting more. Don't worry, nothing will trouble you, cause the fountain of life here to protect you. For info, call 620-9379 or 309-4697.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Gadaya, daya, gadaya, you crying. Gadaya, daya, gadaya,
All right, good looking people. We are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. We are going to go to the phone lines. I know a lot of you trying to get in as the sun has set on yet another day in the land of the wicked. And I sincerely mean that, Trinidad and Tobago, the land of the wicked. We still wait on the autopsy for young Kimani Francis. And while we wait, we note that there are other murders happening at this time that also requires our attention. I told you, the young lady and her son who was murdered in Pinal, the suspect, who is a soldier, turned himself into the police today after a video circulated on social media of his sister claiming that he was innocent and that he had an alibi. How we knew this suspect was involved, the child who died apparently got to the home of his grandfather, bleeding from the neck, covered in blood. Told his grandfather his mother was dead and that his stepfather was who did it. That's how we know he was a suspect. His sister, however, has another side of the story. And he has now turned himself into police. Then today, we understand a young lady from Inlabre Village, Guayari. What is this? Labre Village, Guayari, has met her demise at the hand of her common law husband. Beautiful young lady when I saw her. Pretty like a dolly. And we continue to deal with a situation where Trini men, for some strange reason, feel that they have deed for women. A bunch of nasty narcissists that are protected by their mothers and sisters running around here distressing people, girl children, but nobody ever talk about that. As soon as they can't have the female how they want to have her, get rid of she. Like she's a piece of garbage that you just discard at the side of the road. You don't want she, you know, but you don't want anybody else to have her. Narcissist. Sick in your brain. You're with Mary, June, Jane, and Junie. But you still want to make sure she home for whenever you're ready to come for she. Me and Summer all, yeah? When I saw the pictures of the suspects in the penal killing, Zessa, Big Chain, Prada, Audi. Use a Zessa, you Audi, but your child mother on a group in Facebook telling people she afraid for she life because you just beat she. No shame, Summer, all you have. No shame. The mother of your child, you break she hand. But you all over Facebook and Prada drinking champagne. I tell all you know, Summer, we get vexed. When the Prime Minister told us to choose our men wisely, but he really didn't lie, eh? No, he didn't lie, because Summer, we just pick up some kind of man. I'm talking for myself here too, eh? Don't feel I don't talk about myself, because I had some characters in my day. Lord, when I look at some of them now, I'll be like, I really went there. You ever went some way and vex? I just be like, I really went there, boy. I drag the flag. So when I come here, me don't talk for people, I just talk for me. You ever really watch a man and say, I was there, boy? Yeah, I just had them moments. And we really had to watch some of the men we have in our life. You see, they just give we red flags, you know. And we just know who they is, but here was we problem as women. We believe we could change them. We believe that we could mold them. We believe they doesn't always be so. And by the time we get in, we going further and further down the rabbit hole. Until you reach that situation where you can't get out. End result, your head gone, your family mourning you. And he comfortably making a jail talking to a gal on a phone in the jail. Because you know how it is, be we Trinis, they are phone in there. Every night he on a phone in the jail. And you going to meet your maker. All because you felt he wasn't so we could change him. And he doesn't always get on so, girl. He just gets on there. He have an attitude there. He ignorant there. We could make excuse for some of them clung. Oh God, he doesn't always get on. So that's how he is. That's how he is. That's how he is. You know that's how he is. But you still with him. I could never, let me repeat, never get wet for a man who break my hand. Man breaking all your hand normal, busting all your nose, getting all your black eye and all your still lying down with them. Now we gotta get some class about ourselves, man. We gotta get some sort of standard. And half of the time when you hear about these types of situations is a relative, not a husband, a male relative or a common law. So you mean to tell me you gain he all that good. Eating licks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And he wouldn't even put a ring on your hand? Nobody just drag the flag, ladies. I tell all you come here to talk the truth today. All you might even see me on the radio from tomorrow. That is how they go get rid of me today. By today, I collecting my papers downstairs to say, woman, don't come back. But guess what? I say what I had to say before I leave. I go sleep good tonight. We had to get some sort of class about ourselves as women. If you wasn't something, he would not fight so hard to keep you. Know that. Because they like to tell you, Gunna man, you is nothing. Is I make you. You is nothing without me. Look at you. Who going and pick you up? They just do you all them. I could write a book. They just do you all them thing. Who want you? But you want me? Is you fighting for me? Is you the one on my phone? Is you the one me by my mother? Is you the one me talking to my neighbor? Is you? So what you mean who want me? I tell you, when we really sit down and study I come to the program all here today. Some of them man and them program we. And we saw in a program that we believe in what they're saying is true. You walking the road with your head down, looking like you're harassed, your head ain't looking good, your clothes ram full, you're dragging a slipper, and he wearing a Prada. Oh God, make it make sense now. Look how you walking the road looking, your eye black, your mouth bust up, you're missing 2 teeth, he lick out 2 teeth. But he wearing a Prada. And he love me. He love me. No, he just only do me that when I get him vexed. Listen. I come to the program only today. So if after today only don't hear him, only remember she really did say. Start to love yourself first now, lady. Start to love yourself first now. Because if you love you first, he can't come wrong you with them out of time and thing. The minute he starts to get outside, he shall you take your things and go in your place. Okay, so we living together because he take me out to my mother and my father's house. So you prefer to eat licks in he house than to go back home in your mother and father house where you're comfortable and nobody not abusing you. Sometimes we just had to fall to get up. I could write a book on when I fall, the things that I went through. Yes, me who on the radio. How much maxi I had to take when he did take back his car. Look, I could write a book. But guess what? I eat my humble pie. I let the man go with his car. And I take a bus. Me and my children. Because at the end of the day, nobody ain't cutting no style on me for no car. Very sorry. You ain't making my life unhappy for your thing. Take your thing. You know what's the funny thing? He take the car and still not going. So it doesn't even be the material thing. They just want to have a form of control on you, and they will do it as long as you allow them to. Oh God, let me talk the things today now. So you shame to go home because you tell yourself, well, I don't move out already, and he does mind me, and he does give me this, and he does give me that. But you eating licks. And your children seeing you going through that pain and that pressure. But you shame because you want to go back to your family to make it look like you have something. Girl, your head good? You gotta get some class about yourself. We know from the beginning the man was no good. We did try to change him. Hello, he can't change. After once he make a mistake, the next time it happens, it's on you. Because he showed you from the very beginning who he was. Is you choose to believe him. You know it's a psycho you dealing with. As soon as you rest on your phone, he in it like somebody calling he on your phone. As soon as you take off your underwear, he in the dirty clothes basket to smell it. No, I am talking the truth today. What kind of thing is that? What kind of life is that? He in your phone more than he in his phone, and you can't touch his phone because when he come home, his phone face down, back on the bed or on the dresser. His phone face down on the dresser. You don't know the code, secret code to get into his phone, but he in your phone, and he know all what's going on in your phone, and you don't know about his phone. Are we taking them thing as women to say, well, we had a man? Why? Because we wrestle him away from somebody? The woman didn't wrestle he from you. She gave you he because she realized he was problems. How many of us with men because we figure we take he from somebody else? Oh God, I could write a book. I take he. I take he from she. We battling women for men who ain't no good. Huh? When two of we should pack we bags and run from he. No, we fighting one another for he. No, we need to get some class. A BB Kevin Williams saying, where's this boy? No, I'm talking the truth today. Because we as women have to come together and realize that this stupidness not making sense. How many times we gonna allow a man to fool we? Over and over and over and over again. And I am not a man basher. I am not a man hater. I have no problems with men. However, I am going to tell women when it's time to stand up for themselves and look out for the lies. Because they just lie like a lion. Like the singing parang is lie, 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 lie. And women had to know when you hear the lies, what to do. They just give you red flags. As soon as you meet here and you hear, I know with my child mother now, but she just living here until she find a place. You know it's your child mother, but she living by you till she find a place. Make it make sense now, woman. You still going there, you know. He child mother living with he, and they not together. But you still going and putting yourself in between that. Eh? I hitting any nerves? I reckon anybody? I'm married, you know. But me really love my wife. Nah, I just here for the children. My God. Story of my life. Make it make sense. You married and still in the relationship for your children, but you going and get yourself in the middle of that. How? He have everything. Prince Charming. He have house. He have land. He have van. He have money. He things. But he's single. He's a bachelor. 100 years now he's single. That makes sense? If he had all that and he is such a catch, how come nobody ain't pick he up? Don't be dumb. So you mean to tell me all you're not doing no background checks? None of all you never watch Lifetime for Women? All you don't know what a psycho look like? He have all that going for he. And nobody in her he yet. Nobody in pick he up. He have 5, 6, 7 child mother and he single. Yes, Kevin BB Williams. Lead the life quick because I calling names, Kevin. Kevin, I calling names today. Something in right, sis. Let this start to walk. Let this start to think. So will we only have brain for one another? We only have brain when it's time to pawn bundles and lace front. Have brain for them when they approach you, man. And you see them servicemen. I would ask all servicemen, and first let me make a disclaimer. The views of Aisha Wells is not the views of the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. And all servicemen listening to this show, this program, may not be for you. You see, servicemen, my God. If the devil had spawns, they would be servicemen. Army, police, Coast Guard, just to name a few. When you see them, left them. You hear? Pay attention. Sis, pay attention. They come in all shades, all forms, all colors, and you have to know when to make them out. psychos, sick, heading good. Don't forget prison officer. How could I forget to include them? Run. Quick. As soon as you meet them and you start to realize 1 and 1 is not 2, no, don't put yourself through that. Protect yourself from the madness. Please. It's time for us to stand up for ourselves. I'm going to open up the lines and take some calls. I tell earlier, I might be here tomorrow, so that's why I said all I had to say today. So it will be recorded today that, damn, she really said it. She really said it. Women, we have to start to stand up for ourselves. We have to stand up for one another. Instead of you looking to make bacchanal with his child mother and the last woman he was with, do your background check and realize how their relationship ended. You get in with he, but instead of you try to find out the man you're with, you're going to dig up in his past to see who is his child mother. You're scrolling through Instagram. You're watching stories. What you doing that for? She's not SU. You have to study who you're lying down with. Search he past. Find out what he used to do. What is he capable of doing by you bacchanal and his child mother? She run. That's why you know it she. No, we got to get it together. We got to get it together, else this is going to continue. Just this week alone, 2 women stab one, 1 kill 1 over some man thing. 1 dead, 1 in the jail. And their children is without mothers. Make it make sense. And no, I'm not only talking to servicemen, I'm talking to government workers too, you know. All the men who work in HDC, who work in WASA, who working in the public service, are talking about them. Them too. I'm not just talking about servicemen. Only when we go down a list, it might take the whole show. We finish in 7 o'clock. I could go down the list. All of them, no good, no good, no good. Leave them where you see them. Drop them. The businessmen and them who always have business, they busy going nowhere. You's a businessman. You dress up from Sunday to Sunday in business attire and you don't have no business nowhere. Every time they see you, you on a contract. Or you have a contract, but your pay not adding up to the contract where you have. Your maths not matching, partner. How you's a businessman? And your maths not matching. You're a businessman, but you never have. Run. The line about the age, run. The line about how much child they have, run. The line, run. Just run now. All right, I think I covered it. No, I think I said what I had to say. I covered it. I did what I had to do. I did my duty. All right, I did my duty, and I'm going to open up the lines and take your call. If anything, play back this show and remember what I would have said. Run for the hills. Men usually show you pretty early who they are, what they want, what they about. You have to pay attention. So now all you want to call man by nationality too? Okay, so Trini man ain't no good. Them Trinis living in Brooklyn, them ain't no good. Guyanese man is no good. Bajans are right. Run from Jamaican men. No, only want me call nationality too. The show ain't go done if I start to call nationality. Run from Nigerian men too. Just run, run, run. I can't call nationalities. The show is gonna take too long. But only get the point. Only get the drift. Yeah? The lines are open. Feel free to call me 342-0081 771-1791 466-5391. Let's go. Call A live.
Aisha.
Yes.
Most of the time, they always find the cabbage at the man and stay and take them things. Because if they get them, if they go on and look for some employment, they will never stay until I thought some of them who have it. They don't already get them happily. And they want to see the guy not start on the meaning of capital sisters make them stand for them. Look for uniform. Look what money time what kind of job for the
Caller, your song in muffled. Call me back. You live? Caller, you live?
Yeah, sure. How are you?
I good minding my business.
Yeah, sure. I enjoy your program. Again, for investigative journalism, I know you went down there. I know I check out the situation going on in consulting. I hope everything is resolved. You know, we gotta wait till the autopsy. I'm not casting any story on this moment right now. We just hear say, she say, we say. Let's just hear what the autopsy had to say, and then I'll call the police and investigate. And I shall listen to your discussion there with the women and the men here. It's a very sad situation we living in. And it's very sad who women are attracted to. The bad boys. I also think two men also have a responsibility too. Because just as there are bad men, there are also bad girls. And you see these so-called dating apps.
No, wait. Don't worry. Next week, for sure, I'm going to be addressing the bad girl and them.
These so-called dating apps that are very... I think people...
like you and Tagawa.
No.
Fine, you're talking about them app. Don't go and tag of a set of freaking day, you know.
Not me and dating app, but let me go think too, Aisha. You see, I will give you an example what Dr. Rolly said about grooming and stuff like that. People was vexed with him, you know. But he has a point. Let me go deeper too. People could be vexed with me too. Aisha, there's a gentleman from Tobago who coming down here campaigning. He has a case of, right? A very serious matter against him, against women. And yet, I see no man rallying around this leader. Now tell me something. Do you see there's something has been off?
Caller, call me back. I'll pause for a cause. I have a disclaimer to play. Yeah, management had a disclaimer there. I just label everybody as psycho. So I'm going to play a disclaimer and then I'm coming right back to your call. No, some all you on tag. Talk the truth. All you meeting all kind of psycho on tag and dating them. Look, I'm going for the disclaimer. Coming back.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
All right, we're back on the inside. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Mrs. I'm sure you have a good, I'm enjoying it.
Thank you.
Frank, my name is Frank. All right, take care.
All you find it strange, my last 3 calls was men. All of a sudden, all these men calling Aisha Wells, real good program, girl. Aisha, I like the show. And yes, they calling now because why? I telling women to look out for mental health issues. All you find it strange, my last 3 callers were men. Watch the signs. Watch the flags. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon.
Caller number 4.
I said you're something popular, not here.
My male caller number 4.
You need yes. Aisha, so man still spelling blue man's way? Men still going to that level? Aisha, I'm not hearing you at all, but Aisha, I see your next scumbag kill a lady today again, down in I think in Labre.
Labre Village, Guayari.
Yeah, a next scumbag again. The woman neck almost severed. But Aisha, all when you talk there, you don't understand, Aisha. I don't want to say certain things because I don't want to label Trinidadian men, but it reaches a point where it's just a lot of suckers out there, boy. And we're going down as some of the most jealous-minded men in the world. But Aisha, you remember we live in a superficial society, so all what you say there, you live. Trinidad people just love superficiality, they love buttons, they love men, and they love servicemen. They love certain complexion of men and women. We always, people no longer looking for people with character. And everybody want to be better than the next one, and everybody want to pose better than the next one. It's a superficial society. So I have seen and heard a lot. So I hear what you say, But that ain't going on done, Aisha Wells, because of the society. So Aisha Wells, you eat your humble pie and take your boss girl?
What you mean? And he wants to send a record to come for your car? Take your car. Take your car. Take your things.
I know what many scenes like that too. Well, Aisha, let me just commend. I say, go and take your Shagonas boss now and all the callers. You know, the Shagonas was very problematic and dysfunctional. I see that it's running back on time. Shagonas supporters being policies to Shagonas. So, probably my voice was heard now. So that's why I don't stay quiet now. Right? So people, so I shall hear anytime if you to park up them car with them boys on them because the green band maxi is going up. Your custom meeting the humble pie, you can go and take the Shagonas bus down.
Thank you so much for sharing. Ladies, this one is for you. I'll take your calls. Let's go. Serviceman gain when the market free at the white.
Serviceman. Them policeman cheap and like to lie. Before month 10 reach the start to cry. They always have bills, they can't have to fix, but they want link, it's all kind of shit.
Imagine you had to fix your car every week. Every week your car had to fix. Let me bring back Destra tune from the top, eh? You ever meet a man like that, ladies? Every week he car had to fix. Every week, you know. Every single week he can't fix it.
I don't want no serviceman. Queen of a canal, serviceman. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want no.
They just look good in uniform to blind you ladies. Pay attention.
Before month 10 reach the start to cry. They always have bills, they can't have to fix, but they want link, it's all kind of shit. I don't want no army man. Them have a set tower man. This one set a nasty man. Just why you understand. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want no serviceman.
You always have a loan to pay. Since I know you paying a loan. 15 years now, you paying a loan. You're the only person the credit union give a loan for 15 years.
Them going on work, them don't do nothing. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want no serviceman.
Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Aisha.
How you doing, darling?
I'm blessed and highly favored. First time I'm calling your show.
I find it's only men calling me in this hour.
Because you're bashing men.
You consider that bashing?
Well, at least it didn't real, but at the end of the day, President, good afternoon.
How you doing, darling? Thanks for calling me.
I'm blessed, Mr. Aisha. Hello?
Go ahead, love. I'm hearing you.
Yes. Congrats on the great job that you are doing. And just keep it up, baby. Just be safe on the nation's roads when you're going home. And that's basically what I'm calling to say.
Thank you so much. Are you a serviceman?
I am not.
Okay.
I'll say my name and life. My name is Dwayne and she's from Cuba.
Dwayne, where does do for a living?
Well, you really want me to say that on life?
Mom, you hiding from the popo or what?
Hello.
Let me find out you have a warrant. They're looking for you for child maintenance?
I'm no children.
All right, okay, you're single, no children. Interesting.
Well, I'm not quite single yet. Had a relationship, a toxic relationship. And later, a year and a half ago, and I said, thank God that I'm out here right now. I mean, you never know where a man be going to the end of the day, you know. Or like, took to blame the man, but the females are to be blamed too.
No, well, I tell you, next week I'm dealing with toxic females. I'm definitely going to deal with it.
Okay, Miss Aisha, what do you think I'm looking forward to hear?
I hear Kuva, man, that's what you know doing.
No, Kuva, man, I love him, man. We are family oriented. Okay, Miss Aisha, what do you have left afternoon?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I tell all you about red flags. Pay attention. Is only male callers I have had since I started this topic, and they calling the nice. I from Cuba, I single. I don't have no children. Nice for me to get tied up, and when I go down Cuba is bacchanal. Pay attention, ladies. They are calling in this hour because we talking about them. All the time they ain't calling baby dead, this, that. We hear them. They calling now though. Pay attention. There we go. Caller, you live. How you doing, sir?
No matter what problem a man going through, just lifting up the hand and raising the foot behind woman is a real shame on mankind. He is there to protect woman and do everything to a woman and pamper and everything to woman. But yet still is licked like that for woman. They be witnessing all mankind right now. They just advantaging woman. And I don't like it. Thank you very much, Mr. Iwer.
Thank you. All these men find the radio station number nowhere. I can't get a woman to call in. Let's go, caller, your live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Darling, how you doing? It's good to hear a female voice.
Great program.
Thank you.
But one thing you forget to tell them is to, like, apparently young ladies these days don't want to marry no more. You understand? What about getting married and having children lawful and, letting the children carry the father's name and try to grow the children different to how it's happening now? Because they go in first and they studying marriage and thing and they just getting pregnant and then them and the man done and them going through and they end up with the next man with the next children father again and going down. So we had to put back these things in we young ladies' head too.
Well said.
Ask the man to marry, so they go know exactly where they stand with him too, instead of going and making babies first. What about that too, Aisha? Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Queen. Well said. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha. Good day.
How you doing, hon?
Before I comment on your program, right? I just need a gentleman lost his car keys on Las Cuevas Beach on Sunday. So if you could just highlight it for me. My number is 320-6756. Tell him call me that he could get his car keys. I know when somebody lost their car keys, it's a challenge for them to get it back.
Yeah, so true.
So if you could just announce it for me that anybody who went Las Cuevas Beach on Sunday lost a Nissan car keys with the control to open. Just give them my number. My number is 320-6756 that they could get it. Aisha, wonderful program as usual. And listen, you hit the nail today, you know. You hook my kind of worm. You raise some answer. So, well, one of my co-workers now telling me, like, the key is for a Navara van, because he have one just like it.
Oh, so it might be a Navara.
Whosoever lose the keys, driving a Navara van, just give them my number, tell them contact me, I'll secure the key for them. Okay? You have a wonderful program, Aisha.
Thank you so much. And a good point is being raised on Facebook by Jason. He said, check out some of these women's photos on social media, and then they want us to marry them. Too much a hot girl. We're going to talk about that next week. I promise you, early next week. We're going to address signs of a toxic female. We have plenty Jada Pinkett's walking around the place. A lot. And it's time that we address them. And I have to address it from a mother's point of view because, as you guys know, I have 3 sons. And I plan to be the mother-in-law from hell. That's right, you heard me. Hell to the hell. If any hot gal or any bad gal come for one of mine. Because I know the type of boys that I'm raising. I'm raising them to be responsible men, decent men, hard-working men. And you ain't coming from where you coming from with your powder neck to distress mine. No, sir. You will meet the mother-in-law from hell. I'll make your life a living hell. I shall. So we have to address it. There are some women out there that naturally bad. And they also have signs that we will identify next week. I'm not saying most of them are, because even if they bad, is a man turn them bad. But we don't want to go down that road because we don't want it to feel we man bashing. But women doesn't naturally stay and turn bad. Some bad experience they had with a man that turned them into that monster. But we ain't going there because we're not dealing with that today. We shall deal with it early next week and we will identify the psychos among us. Because like I say, some of we have sons. And we don't intend for these psychos to breed more psychos to have to deal with we own Audi. Because then it's going to be a horse of a whole different color. I prep waiting for powder next to show up in front of my place. As the come. No, ma'am. My son is off limits. So the lines are open. We continue to take your calls. We're almost to the end of the show. We're almost there. Let's go. The lines are open. Look at how them man and them run out on my live. It's true, some gal bad like market crab. All you reach. Look at the bad boys army. They run out for them bad gal and them is next week we dealing with it, horse. All you typing in the comments plenty. We not dealing with them yet. Hold the text. Hold the text. We dealing with them next week. Caller, you live? Caller, you there?
Hi, good evening, Aisha.
How you doing?
Aisha, I'm good. My name is Troy Edwards. I live here in your land. But it have a lot of good men still. I'm a serviceman. My wife is a servicewoman. I have been married over 5 years. Our anniversary coming up in June here. 6 years marriage. 3 children. But I have a week here.
Congratulations to you and your wife, though. I'm very proud of you guys.
I'm a young person. I'm only 39. My wife is 36.
Congratulations to you guys. Continue to go from strength to strength.
Yeah, I'm very
I had you weak because I'm talking the truth.
You're talking the truth, boy.
Nah, some of them bad like crab and true.
Yeah,
the good to stay away from.
All right.
Thank you so much for sharing. So you see, there's an exception to the rule, guys. I'm not too bold to say that I'm sorry. Look at this serviceman. He have a service gal and they have a happy family. Doing well. So congratulations to you guys and your little service babies. Happy anniversary. Caller, you live?
That's what you good to
How you doing?
Yeah, weak here. I mean, all we are bad. And we are saying stupid even in truth. I don't want to say what I really want to say concerning a friend of mine. It's not easy with his mother, which is a common law wife, as such. You have to time in bad. But talking to him is a waste of time. And then you have some women that they're insecure. They're not easy. You can't talk to nobody, especially women. You're with them.
And that is the sign you have to look for. Caller, if you with a woman and every time you talk to a woman, it could be a mother, she set up she face, run for the hills.
I'm telling you, not easy. Not easy after this pregnant level. I really pray that none of say to avoid treat. I'm good. I mellow like that. And I'm waiting for next week and some of them is not easy either.
No, we're going to
That's what
identify
I'm
them next
looking
week. We have to. We
Yeah,
have to.
you
We have
take care.
sons. We have sons, and we had to cut this thing in the bud before they make more. And then we had to deal with the epidemic of having too much of them. No, we have to address it. And, of course, like I'm saying as well, there are some women that are very, very problematic. They have a bag of baggage. They're miserable from the born. And because they are miserable, they think you should be miserable. And they face sour, sour, sour. And if you're talking to a friend, they don't care if your friend is your mother, if your friend is your cousin, if your friend is your aunt, they have a problem with that. Every time you come home, they nagging. No, I don't want to touch on it today because we're dealing with it next week, but we're going to identify the naggers. Nobody wants to be nagged. And there are some women, as day break, they nagging. As you wake up. So you ain't going to make up the bed. So, is you leave the pipe running? You ain't put back the cover on the toothpaste? So, you ain't want us to eat? Oh, you ain't hungry? Your woman making breakfast for you? No, it has some like that. And we're going to identify them. They are serial naggers is what we call them. They just like to nag. They call you once, you ain't pick up, and the second ring, oh, you was talking to your woman. You was talking to your woman, we couldn't take my call. No, we go identify them next week. Yeah? I used to be one of them. That's how I know. We go identify them next week. Come on, don't judge me. I am reformed. I'm saved. Things I used to do, I shall do them no more. But we shall talk about the serial naggers and the crazies. The ones who does mash up your property when they vex. Don't judge me. I used to be a serial crazies. But we're dealing with that next week. Let's go. Caller, you live. Caller, you live. Caller, you live.
Aisha.
Oi.
Good evening to you, Derry.
How you doing, man?
They come in here and tell both sides same thing. When I say same thing, but that's a man of God. Here I tell you, I don't know how. I know how the moment they didn't come by me, they go by all kind of bad man who beating them, and they going back next week. Same man again. You know me and woman and they didn't come by me. Here they tell me, either a womanizer, any man is living myself is a womanizer. I don't understand how they say that at all. It has some men that they have 2-3 women same time and I don't understand. Women, or they look for a good man. Come and look for me now, man. Oh God. And it has some men, it has some women. Oh God, trouble too bad. You only watch the next girl. You watch.
Thank you so much, Mano. People asking me to talk about it tomorrow. Aisha off Monday or Tuesday, talk about it. We'll decide the day, okay? We're going to decide the day where everybody's comfortable to deal with this. I don't want all you working and have to be laughing hard in the office and the boss want to know if all you're mad. So we're going to choose a day where we're going to address it. Fair enough, we're going to all come together and decide. We're going to do a vote. Aisha, we want to do it on this day. But like I say, I have a lot to say on that show because I am a reformed psycho, crazies. I'm a reformed nagger, serial nagger. And I'm a reformed man beater. I've reformed. I have since given up that life. Things I used to do, I don't do it no more. Amen. Hallelujah. Stop them thing. I'm done. But yes, so we'll have a very, very good conversation and identify the signs and how I am able to identify the signs because I used to be one. Let's go. Caller, you live.
Yeah, hi Ashley. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
First-time caller.
Where you calling me from?
You're great. I've been listening to you for a couple of months now. You should be on satellite. But good topic.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All the best. I don't know, the men and them just running out today. Oh my God, we have so many main calls. I didn't even know so much man used to listen to this show. Already show nearly done. We have exactly 3 more minutes left. The countdown is on. What? I used to give him some cuss and some slap. Nobody have changed. I'm not doing them thing no more. Not me. I have sons, you know. All you ever hear about karma? Okay. If them Mr. get a woman like me, if the world was fair, my God. Caller, you live?
Hello?
Caller, you live?
Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Can you take my number offline, and as soon as the show finishes, I need to talk to you something important, please.
I see in the number. I'll call you as soon as we're done.
Okay. Okay, call the digital, which is all right, thanks.
All right, thanks. We just got about 2 more minutes. Who's going to close the show?
Them police want cheap and like to lie. Before man 10 reach the start to cry. They always have bills, they can't have to fix. But they want link, it's all kind of tricks. I don't want no army mad. Them have a set tower mad. This one set a nasty mad. I just want you understand. I don't want no serviceman. I don't want.
Let's go, caller, you live.
Good evening, Aisha.
Final caller, how you doing, love?
Very well, thank you. I came on to the program for the first time.
Thank you.
I've never listened to you before, but I'm interested in the conversation because I teach, and lots of the young parents, they get into a lot of difficulty with their relationships. And a caller a while ago, I heard her talking about women who, from the time they end off a relationship with a man, they have to find another and have another baby and so on. And of course, these children are sometimes left, fatherless and so on. Don't have to be that way. Doesn't have to be that way. But it very often is. So I'm just saying, thank you for bringing out these issues, Aisha. I think you're doing something good, and continue with this program, and I want to hear what you all have to say next week, God willing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you for being the first time caller. Maybe tomorrow we'll identify some of our first timers who's with us for the first time. Maybe we could do that tomorrow in the first hour of the program, if that's okay with you guys. All right, I have 25 seconds, so let's do this. As I usually say, TNT, do a good deed today. Until tomorrow, when we come with something else, something new, something hot on the official station that defends the nation, The Street 919 FM. Have a good one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Ooh. Baby, if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun, one nation under the law. So who